Like, if I don't trust you, like, I have to trust that I can handle dealing with you. I can't put it on, I don't trust you. That's an excuse. That's an scapegoat. I'm not going to fulfill my life doesn't, like, saying you, 10 years ago, oh, Brittany. Oh, 17 years ago, oh, Brittany. No. I have to trust that I can still function and move forward.
And that's
the whole trust issue. Like, that trust thing might still be there for you, per se, but I have to trust that I can roll with it. I know how to deal with this. You know, like.
And I think we kind of saying a lot of the same things in that regard.
People blame people, man. You can't blame people.
And I remember making a post a while back, and it was just a picture of me looking real cute and militant. And the caption was, "Distrust begets distrust." And I was speaking on police brutality at the time. And that's what I was contemplating, was just the simple fact that, like, because at the time when you consider being a law enforcer, you're going by patterns. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're taught to do. And if I see a black boy in a hoodie and some baggy pants, I'm going to respond to you differently than if you're a black guy in a suit. I'm going to respond to you differently if you're a black guy in sweatpants versus a white guy in sweatpants.
Discrimination.
You know what I'm saying?
Self-hate.
Right.
Ignorance.
Now,
all that.
With all of that being said, it's that, but it's also the job itself. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what helps keep people alive. But the humanity that needs to come in there.
Profiling.
Yeah, no, people profile all the time.
Profiling, it doesn't always have to be negative. And all that other stuff ain't part of the job. Discrimination, self-hatred.
Right. No, that's not. But that's what I'm saying. That's where I feel like the humanity needs to come in. And so when you have an officer of the law, black, white, or indifferent, they just blue. And I'm walking down the street and you looking at me like you don't trust me. Or I'm looking in the media and I see how your fellow brothers and sisters could have shown some humanity and not done this or did this like that. I'm not going to trust you or your brothers because you're not trusting me, and I haven't even given you a reason to not trust me. You haven't even given me a chance.
Yeah, but it doesn't
unfortunately,
stop
no,
there.
I know that. But what I'm saying is that it sucks that, and I'm one of these people where that has translated into the overall government and governmental anything. Because it's like, first of all, it's a lot going on over there. It's a lot of corruption. It's a lot of confusion. I ain't trying to figure that shit out. But working for the city has afforded me also a different perspective. I've been able to be next to people who are actually trying to create programs and things like that can actually help people out and put money in people's pocket. And these are all people that actually give a shit about what they do. They care about their constituents, the people that they serve in their community.
Really?
They care about all that shit. I was like, God damn, these motherfuckers is like.
Really? What
This was in city government. It was in the Employment Workforce Development Department.
Okay.
And
I was just a job developer, so I've been working with all of these.
Yeah.
People,
so I was at right, and see, you deal with like
HACCs, like
legislation type shit, and so like
being
working for the city, I get to see how it works. I get to see where people be setting people up to fail. I get to see where people are like really trying to do some shit, but the system is like, nah, nigga, block. And I'm like, fuck, like this is really a thing. And to be in a position where the people want something from this system, they're looking at the person who's trying to help them, but they're only seeing the system. The system is that translucent wall in between, and you got this person who's a do-gooder trying to serve these people, and they're the only ones that can see out. But they're also faced with that translucent screen, and the people don't know the system and how it works, so they blame the person because they don't know the system. They don't know what it's really like. They don't know how we're in boardrooms and trying to work with council members to try to approve this, and then they got to approve that, and you know what I'm saying? And then we're dealing with so many people on so many different levels with so many different, private endeavors and all this other stuff that shit gets slow. And I'm like, if it wasn't for this experience in the city, my faith in the government would still be 0%. But because I've been in the city and seen local government and learning more about how it works, now I'm more optimistic. Now I'm more like, you know what, millennials? We need to be more political about our shit. How about we just start locally, because that seems to be the easiest shit to do, and then just go from there. Because at this point, baby boomers are going to phase the fuck out. They're going to fucking die. They're going to retire. And if you don't get in there and take it when you can, it's just going to be some more repetitive shit.
So it all boils down to, like, we have to look at the man and the women in the mirror and be the change that we want to see.
And make a choice.
It's like, what are you doing about the big problem that you have? You have a big problem. We got that. That's concrete. What is the solution you have?
And it's
Are you
about,
a part of the solution?
Right.
You know the solution. You care about a solution. As opposed to just saying, like, this is what's been, and this is what I can remember. This is a flashback. I'm stuck in this thing.
I'm stuck in this
and I don't
little
trust
circle.
Anybody because this is what it is, and this is how I live. You know what I'm saying?
And I can definitely acknowledge...
Are you voting? Are you doing anything?
Yeah. I can definitely acknowledge my transition from 100% distrust to, you know what, even though that's the case, I'm still more committed to me being who I am. And I'm a compassionate person. I love people. I don't give a fuck what you look like. I want to talk to you.
So,
you know, so
I'm not talking from, like, I'm not on my computer reading an article.
Right.
I'm speaking out of the mouth of...
Like, I remember I was speeding going to Vegas, right? It was super late at night, and of course I got pulled over. Well, early in the morning I got pulled over. And I don't know what ethnicity the cop was. He might have been white, maybe he was mixed or something. I don't know. He wasn't black. But of course I got pulled over. So I was like, oh shit. Now, black girl in a car that doesn't belong to her. My cousin's in the passenger seat. It's her car, but she's asleep. If he asks me for license and registration and he's on edge, I could potentially be shot today. That's what the fuck I was thinking when I got pulled over. Because I was like, I don't know this nigga. Like, I don't know what he got going on to where he gonna be like, reach for your shit. And I'm gonna be like, it's not my car. I don't know. You might try to harass. Like, those are the things that's going on in my head when I'm getting pulled over for speeding. However, when he approached me...
Let me interject. That goes back to you have to trust yourself to learn how to deal with the situation.
But this is what I'm saying,
if you trust everybody with your life, baby, that's not the way to
Well, no, it's not even that. It's just, we're always given the talk where it's like, oh, if you be this and you be that and blah, 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 you'll be fine and blah, blah, blah. And we've seen countless time again where that shit just don't work. And so that puts somebody in a situation where it's like, well, damn, like, I'm going to do what I know to do to, you know... But at the same time...
I've seen video snippets of, like, a couple of seconds from this and that, but I've never been in a scenario where I've seen that this person was trying this and that and somebody took them out. Videos are different. We live in the age of media now. And, like, you can't just take a picture and a meme and a snippet of anything and
you can't, but at the same time... But at the same time, though...
You don't know what's going on.
I don't give a fuck if that snippet is 30 fucking seconds. If I see in that 30 seconds... Because I'm a very logical person that looks at things from a bird's eye view.
It means nothing, honey.
If there is a situation... If there's a situation...
You gotta... It's two sides to every story. You gotta know what's going on.
I understand that. That's what I'm saying.
So have you ever been in a situation where you saw that what happened and somebody was just like, nah, fuck it? Have you ever been in that?
No. I feel like close to it. I feel like I've been close to it, but...
You've seen a lot of, like, results, right? Like, resulting videos. Like, oh my god, look what just happened. Like, 8 seconds, 30 seconds, 130.
There's tons of videos out there where it's from start to finish, where it's like, dude, like, I understand that this is what's happening now, but in this time frame, you could have done this, you could have done that, you could have done this.
That's different from what you just said.
You didn't let me finish. Because that's what I was getting at. Was like, it doesn't matter how long the clip is or what the picture... Well, I don't really fuck with the pictures because you never know. But with these videos is concerned, if I see that there is a probability that you may have mishandled the situation as a professional law enforcer, I'm going to have a problem with it. If you, for example...
it's human now, like I said. Humans have flaws.
This guy is on the ground, hands behind his back, and he's getting tased. Why was the dog let loose on his leg?
Human flaws.
Like, There's
But
a lot
guess
of
what?
fucking
Who
flaws
are you
going
gonna
on.
call if you get robbed right now? Who are you gonna call? You're gonna call them, right? The police, 911. You're gonna.
I'm gonna have to. What other resources do I have?
I mean, it's like it's human flaws. You can't like let that trust, because that trust breaks once you need them. So you can't like not trust what's going on because of a certain scenario you see out of a snippet. You have to trust yourself to educate yourself.
Right,
Say,
but at the same time,
I've
if that is my
seen a couple
education,
scenarios where like, you know what, I can take this moment right here and make sure that I set myself up for success as opposed to setting myself up for failure.
But here's the thing, I didn't even finish the story. So when it comes to that, I'm getting pulled over, and these thoughts are in my head. So I'm like, all right, well, shit, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. All I could do is just do me, like, cause I'm a nice person. Like, I know my situation. Are you nice? I even know that I was speeding. Okay, like, let's just see what happens. But then he comes over, handles the situation beautifully, and I'm like, I had to compliment him. He was going on the other side of the car, getting my cousin's information, blah, blah, blah. I didn't think he was about to do shit, but the thought was coming in my head, and I'm like, I have to be prepared for whatever.
I didn't think, but I was thinking in my head.
I didn't think that he was going to come up and shoot me. I did not. However, I had to be prepared for that to be an option, because these days, you don't know who the fuck is coming up to your door. As a police officer, you don't know what they've been through that day.
You were thinking like, I don't know, I don't trust. It's unknown.
But I'm gonna be prepared. Simple. So if a nigga getting shot, shit. Like, but I'm not gonna provoke that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna focus on, oh my God, I'm afraid of you. I don't even know you. I haven't even felt your energy yet. It's just the idea of, I haven't even interacted with you, but your people be wildin'. I don't know about you, but your people. So he walks up, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do what I have to do, blah, blah, blah. Did you know this and that? He handled it so well, I had to pull him over. I said, listen, can you come in for a second? He said, yeah. I said, I just want to commend you, because this could have been a really stressful situation. It's like 3:40 in the morning. Like, you could have been tired. You could have been irritated. I don't know what you're going through in your life, but it didn't even show up today. And you already know the climate of police and everything else with people. And being a woman of color, I have my apprehensions. But your demeanor and the way you handled it was very professional. And I just wanted to let you know that. Please keep doing what you're doing the way you're doing it. And he was just like, oh, thanks. I appreciate you. Still got my ticket. But at the end of the day, he came to me like a person, is my point.
Well, that's good for him.
And I'm like,
what he's supposed to do.
Exactly. And so, but my only thing is like,
good you got to experience that. Now I want to know, like, do you still have that distrust?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's still there.
If a cop came to the door right now, I'd be like, "What the fuck you want?" Like, that would be my.
Okay, then you might put yourself into that situation.
That would be my
that
whole
you were
thing.
Afraid about.
It's just
that
like,
could be where it stems from. Now it could be you. It could be your own thoughts.
It definitely is, but my thoughts are highly informed by other things that I've seen. And that's the part that...
Are you okay with that? Or are you working on it?
Definitely working on it.
Okay, because
it's like this. It's about vigilance. It's like, if I know, if we're at war and you're in Russia and I'm in the States. Hold on, wait. If I'm at war and you're in Russia and I'm in the States, and I know that we going against each other, we might meet up in fucking Switzerland and I find out you Russian. Now, am I going to trust you right off the bat? Probably not. But if we have a conversation and I find that we're here, we're being human together, that might make me change my mind about you, despite the fact that I know that you're Russian, despite the fact that previously, on not knowing you ever in life before, I may not have trusted you based on where you coming from.
Okay, vigilance is not necessarily a police coming to your door and then you grappling yourself up to saying, what the fuck you want? That's not vigilance.
I'm not about to actually
but
do
you
that.
Said it.
Right, I said that's how that's how I'm approaching it.
Like listening. Like
that's how I'm approaching it. Where it's like,
that's how you approach it. I just said that.
I'm not about to physically buck up to no cop, but best believe if I have to defend myself, I am prepared for that.
So you're mentally,
yes,
what the fuck you want
at all fucking times. I don't give a fuck if I cause you there.
Because you still have that distrust.
Hell yeah. That shit protects the fuck out of me. Because if I just trust every fucking body...
Do you feel like... do you
I'd probably be dead.
Not telling you to do that. Do you have like a peace of mind
Just in general.
Yeah.
No.